I could only make so many walkthroughs until I had to tackle one of the most well-remembered games on the NES. Castlevania hit the shelves in North America in 1987 and was a hit among virtually everyone who gave it a try. You control Simon Belmont through 6 levels of Dracula's castle, encountering and battling his friends along the way. Medusa, Frankenstein, and mummies all have to be dealt with before the final confrontation with the Count. Rather than arming him up with crazy guns like in Contra or Mega Man, Belmont utilizes a classic weapon, his whip, known as the Vampire Killer. This limited range attack adds an extra level of difficulty as you play through this platformer, since you must dispatch of your enemies from close quarters. This game is one you must play if you're going to claim even a surface level knowledge of the NES game library. And lucky for you, I'm going to do just that. Grab your garlic necklace and holy water squirt guns. It's vampire hunting time. Welcome and thanks again for joining me today. As always, I would love it if you would click that subscribe button so you can catch each of the NES walkthroughs that I release. And be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And also leave me a comment telling me whether this was a game that you played growing up, or maybe any of the games in the Castlevania series. It is time to venture forward and hunt down Dracula himself as we control Simon Belmont through Dracula's castle. And we are off and running on our first walkthrough, and who would have known that right in the beginning there's a little secret. If you leap over the door, you can grab a quick 1,000-point cash bag. So Castlevania is a pretty straightforward platformer. You're going to knock out those candles to collect items as you move through the levels, and those candles can turn into different objects as you go through different levels on what they drop on you. Your whip is your main weapon that you're going to use, and your secondary weapon, which you see at the top of the screen, is a knife for me right now, but those can be collected as you see vials of holy water just dropped on that. So those can be collected throughout the levels, and in order to use those, you need to use hearts that you collect from those candles and from enemies when you defeat them. So each secondary weapon costs a certain number of hearts, and at this point I can only fire one of those secondary weapons at a time. There are also power-ups that allow you to fire 2 and 3 power-ups at a time, or secondary weapons at a time, which we'll find throughout the course of the game. So each stage is divided into 3 sections, or each level is divided into 3 stages, I should say. So as you pass through one of those doors that I just passed through, that is marking a new stage that you're entering into. And we've got to take care of these bats here. And then after the 3rd stage is a boss at each level. So that's just kind of the basic breakdown of how the game works. You're going to be using that whip and defeating these enemies as you go through. These fishmen are not particularly fun to deal with, popping out of the water out of everywhere. And then another little secret here that this is all just stuff I remember from being a kid. Like, you discovered this stuff as you played it, and never really had, you never had a walkthrough on YouTube or anything to go through. So this is just stuff that muscle memory, as I'm playing this, is like, oh yeah, you gotta remember to go down here. You can grab one of those blue cross items to wipe out everything on the board when those fall. The clock that I have right now ends up like freezing enemies if you use it. To use your secondary weapon in this game, if you haven't played it, you hold the up direction on your D-pad and then press your attack button, your B button, to whip, and that will fire off one of your secondary weapons. So pretty easy to get to the first boss. You definitely want to pick up those axes too, because he likes to hang out up there. And as you see, I picked up that number 2, which allows me to fire 2 secondary weapons at a time. 2 axes at a time on that bat is going to make quick work of him. And just like that, we are through level number 1, all 3 stages, and collecting our points for the hearts that we collected and didn't use throughout the level. The other thing to remember in this game is there are score thresholds for extra lives that you can earn, so good to keep an eye on that, especially if you're trying to do a 1 credit clear or some sort of run like that. Good to remember that for the score. Moving on to level 2 now, and it's kind of cool. It actually keeps the stage continuous throughout the levels. So as you see, I'm in stage 4, so you're going to get up to stage 18 by the time we get to the end of this. A little secret there in the first room to pick up a quick 2,000 points, and then we ascend the staircase. So these bats like to hang out just kind of perched, you see on the top left, and then fire off when you get close. So just be conscious of them. Another double secondary weapon attack that I picked up there. Now, anytime that you get a different secondary weapon, or if you die, you're going to lose that double attack. So just be conscious of that too. In these first two stages, it really doesn't matter too much which secondary weapon you're holding on to. The first two bosses are really not, other than getting the axes in level 1, the boss in this level is not really particularly tough. But once we get to the third level and beyond, we're going to want to be conscious of what we have there. I don't prefer the knife. I do prefer the boomerang, so I'm going to keep those here and just whip our way through these candles and moving on. You know what? I think I misspoke earlier. The candles remain. I'm pretty sure that's where you always collect your items from. Now, there's a little trick here. If you jump right at the top of that Medusa head, you can just skip that entire section over to the right. Kind of makes it a little faster. And the nice part is there is a meatball or a life restore over here right there in that top section. So there is no reason to take your time. If you're able to time that jump, there's no reason to take your time there. Be sure to duck on that middle spiked ceiling. Those are instant kills if they hit you, so you definitely want to time those correctly. Another ghost coming behind me there. Another bat perched up, just push against the wall. Oh, and now I got a triple. So now I'm really in good shape. I can fire 3 of these secondary weapons at a time if I want to. I may even use them up here. Maybe I'll just whip them. I'll do a little bit of both, but I only whip the ones. You can just barely get to the range there and whip him and take out that fireball shooting dragon looking thing, whatever that happens to be. Ascending the staircase now to the final scene here before we get to Medusa. The Medusa heads are going to come in from the left side as you approach, and if you just kind of take your time, you can typically weave around them. Rushing through the Medusa head section is a quick way to lose a bit of life, but if you push through, you're going to find yourself at Medusa herself. So yeah, fire off those boomerangs. They come back and hit her. Take a little bit of damage there, but really you can mow through her pretty quick by firing off your boomerangs and just continually fire your whip after that. And 6 stages down, 2 levels down, and 4 to go. As I remember this game when I was a kid and playing through it as a kid, I always felt like it was a longer game, and that might just be because I thought it was so difficult. I probably died a lot more when I was a kid playing this, but it is only 6 levels deep with 3 stages each, so it not a particularly long game when it comes to this. Konami was pretty static on going either 6 or 8 levels, I think. And they held true with this one here. Those guys jumping off those ledges, just let them jump and then whip them at head height when they come down. They are terribly annoying if they get on the ground and start jumping around. So the faster you can dispatch of them, the better. And then you can use holy water. You can whip up there, but just kind of avoid that guy tossing femurs at you from atop the top platform. And moving on. Now, these birds are also a big pain. As soon as they're in a range where you can take them out, be sure to do so. All right. Oh, well, okay. Easier said than done. Took a shot there as it was kind of just at a weird spot and my whip couldn't reach, so let's try this again. Pretend that didn't happen. In fact, never mention that again. All right? You got that, everybody? Again, because I'm betting you were toned out the first time, you definitely want to take these guys out, when they jump off that platform. So yeah, the reason I did that was really for your benefit. I didn't want to do it for my benefit. I wanted to make sure that you saw this part, that you knew how to get through it. Are you paying attention now? Okay, good. Good. Okay, let's pretend that never happened. Up now to this section where we're going to grab our hearts. Yes, the birds come down. If they're not reachable, oh gosh, now they're moving all over. Oh gosh, they are annoying. As soon as they're reachable, you definitely want to take them out if you can. There we go. Take out that dork. A couple of these. Oh my. Whoa, that was kind of slick. All right, we're out of there. We're out of there with no harm. If you're really having trouble with the birds, you can always just go on the staircase. You might take a little damage, but you will not get bumped backwards down a pit like I just did a little while ago, which I said I was never going to mention again, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. That part doesn't exist. Okay. We're through now to stage 8. The middle stage of this level. Medusa heads are going to come at you. You can just walk straight through them because they're going to dip under you. The only thing to be conscious of here, I fire off a holy water because that skeleton likes to come down and attack you, but if you can fire a holy water, it takes out the Medusa head. There are other secrets in here, guys, like ducking right over that platform gets you some more points. I'm just not particularly interested. What I came to find out also as I replayed this game is that this game offers you unlimited continues to try to get through and finish Dracula. So one of the nice parts about this, I'm realizing, is going through this walkthrough, the goal being to show you the ending of the game, is that really it's available to anyone who has the will to continue trying, because there was no limit to the amount of continues you could use. So, and your save points end up, on the level that you're on. So if I were to have to continue here, I would just start at the beginning of this level again. So there is the ability to get through this if you just kind of keep up the repetitions and keep up the memorization. Okay, jumping and attacking as we move through here. Those birds got to get cleared out quickly so they don't terrorize you. Now we've got Medusa heads, and then one of these things coming at you. I wasn't close enough. Tried to fire that. Okay, I may just need to get out of here. Yep, I need to get out of here. I just need to go. Not going to waste my energy and time on this. I should be able to get through this boss without dying. You really just hop up to the left. Now, I have some holy water, so I can just fire those down sporadically, and it's eventually going to bleed them dry. I have plenty of hearts. If I stay up on this second platform, if you don't have that holy water, what you can do is wait until they're both over to the right like that, and then you could hop down on the block immediately to my right and just duck and whip them. And doing that will take them out. You just got to be careful with them walking towards you again. But if you have the holy water, you literally have no risk. Just sit on that platform, fire them off, and eventually they will be kaput. We are halfway through. And it feels like we haven't been playing very long. And sure enough, we're halfway through this game. But certainly entering the much more difficult half of this. Levels 4, 5, and 6 really ramp up the difficulty. So if you were someone who couldn't finish this game back in 1989 or 1988 when you were playing it, it could be because you hit these points and you just said, I can't figure this out. Because these are some pretty annoying and pretty dastardly levels. Okay, you do have bats that are going to continue, kind of randomly show up across the screen here. This is a little trick I learned. Jump forward as you're on that platform. If a bat comes at you, whipping them is very unreliable, but if you jump over them, it's a pretty easy technique to get through there. Some of these candles I'm not going for because I want to keep the holy water that I have. This is a good weapon for you to keep, especially against the boss in this stage. Frankenstein and his buddy Igor are no small task to deal with. So just duck your way through those moving platforms. Leave the fishmen alone. You can grab a couple of things here if you want, because you just don't want to overwrite your weapon, keeping your holy water. Okay, into now our straight walking through phase, and this is where the screen can get overrun if you're not on top of it. Every time one of these birds drops, one of these little hunchback, goofy, monkey weirdos, whatever they are, get them out of there. You do not want to leave them around, like I'm showing you right now. Now, a little holy water and that fire can take them out as well if it ends up, you get overrun, try to get them out there. Also, watch out for drops, because they do sometimes drop weapons, and you do not want to overwrite your holy water. You need that holy water for the boss to make it a lot easier. If you don't have it, oh goodness. If you don't have that holy water, it just makes your life a lot harder. So don't do that to yourself. Okay, few whip cracks with his whippy tail, and the beast is done. That's a little, that's some tenacious offense we just played. Okay. Now we're into the final stage here. We've got a few more of these. Oh man, I gotta get through this guy without dying. If you fire off holy water, you can kind of pin him there and then hit him. There is some extra health there if you need it, so load up on that if you can. I want to get as many hearts as I can in this section. I don't believe there's another weapon to overwrite. There is a knife in the beginning of this section that I skipped, because I don't want to overwrite my holy water. Now we're going to fire off a few of these and pin them right there, get them finished up. There we go. Nice and easy. I got the a triple now. This is going to be nice and simple. So get all our hearts. We got 55. Plenty to work with. Go immediately to the right platform. Start firing off holy waters after you whip Igor once. You got to continually balance between whipping Igor and firing off holy water. He won't even get out of the corner, and you'll be able to finish that boss. If Igor gets off his shoulder and starts jumping around and firing fireballs, good luck. He is terribly annoying to deal with. Frankenstein kind of walks back and forth. Igor jumps around. It is a mess to deal with. So if you can put him out first before he can get going, that is your best strategy. And there we have it. Level 4 is done. We're moving on to level 5 now. Another one that gave me fits as a kid. Another one that relies heavily on having holy water, especially the triple attack that we have right now stored. So we do not want to pick up any other secondary weapons if we can avoid it. Okay, we are climbing now to deal with... Oh, I don't want to deal with him. Okay, whew. Those guys, you definitely want them out of there first. At this point, every hit you take takes a quarter of your life. You're basically down to 4 hit points at this level of the game. So in the beginning of the game, hits will only take 1 or 2 hit points from you on your energy bar, and now it's about double. So only 4 hits to play with. You've got to be very clean through this section. Fire off a holy water, he'll jump right into it, and then just avoid the bones being cascading on top of you from above. And climb these stairs, get rid of this over-caffeinated skeleton. Alright, a couple more hearts, and moving along the top. Now we're going to descend. I don't think that there are any more of these things to deal with. Now the red bones are going to be ones that once you dispatch of them, they pop back up. So just kind of hit them and move on. Take care of those little annoying... Oh gosh, no. Okay, whew. Don't want to let them start jumping around and creating chaos on the screen. Not at all what I'm interested in. But once you do get through this part, if you did get hurt, you've got some extra health right there that you can snag. And we're through that stage into the middle section of level 5. Now we're going to have some of these armored knights going at us. Jump and fire a holy water. And if you can do that, you're going to take care of them a lot faster than your whip is ever going to do. It takes 8 whip shots, but if you can get 1 holy water well placed, it takes him out in 1 shot. So run, jump, holy water, and out he goes. It's awesome. That's why you need it. Do not get the axe here. I'll show you where it is. Do not get it. You need to keep the vial of holy water. If you whip that and you get the axe, good luck. This is not the walkthrough for you. Find someone who can beat the game with the axe there, because I certainly can't. I need the holy water to get through this section. All right, a couple more hearts here. We are up to about 22. That's pretty good. We'll only need about probably 30 by the end. So eventually we'll just start passing the candles so we don't risk getting a drop that... I'm not sure where all of the secondary weapon drops are in this game, but I know enough to know that I don't want to take any unnecessary risks if I don't have to. Nothing there. Okay, so one more of these. Another knight. We're going to just jump, fire a holy water at him. That'll get rid of him. And then pretty straightforward coming through here. I think that's the only one you have to deal with at that section. Just checking to see if there are any drops. Nothing. Okay, we've got plenty of hearts. I don't know that I really need anything else. Just going to sit back and not risk it, I think. One more of those against the armored knights. Man, I'm telling you, it makes it so much easier to make sure that you've got that holy water here. If you don't, you can whip the axes that they shoot out at you, but it's just not easy. You know, and they're constantly outside of range and reach. It's just difficult. The boomerangs, I guess, help, but they're not foolproof. I haven't mastered that technique yet. Holy water for the win. All right, last stage that we're entering on level 5. You can whip the fireballs that thing shoots at you, and then, you know, as it fires them back, just if you keep firing, you'll whip those into non-existence. And then you want to go about halfway up this staircase and just start firing. You can stay under the fireballs, but still whip the enemy. Take out the red bones. A couple more here. I've got plenty of hearts, but I'm greedy. And there is a little bit of health in that right wall if you need it. I don't happen to need it. Now you're into one of the most difficult parts of the game. Get that holy water out there quickly. These Medusa heads are going to be relentless. You've got to get through this stage. I'm not even going to bother. I don't know where the enemies are. Oh, I'm lucky that was not a weapon. Okay. But fire that holy water and then get through the Medusa heads. Don't worry about the candles if you have enough hearts. You're going to hop up on this middle platform, immediately jump to the right and fire a holy water on that platform. Do not let the Grim Reaper move. Just keep going. If you've got the double, if you've got the triple, you got to keep him there. If he gets moving, he conjures up different scythes all over the place to start to float and attack you, and it just becomes chaotic. So the faster you can dispatch of him with that holy water on the right platform, the better. And there we are, 5 levels down. We are entering the 6th and final level, which I gotta tell you is no cakewalk. I'm not perfect at it by any means. I can get through it. We've got 5 lives to play with. I'm feeling pretty good, but even this first stage of the final level is pretty random. There are a lot of those large vampire bats from level 1, the boss from level 1, that you have to navigate through, and they're kind of random in terms of where they fly and where they attack. So, all right, jump up under him. Just get out of the way. Okay, let that go by. All right, jump over. Oh, man, did I get lucky. Oh, no! Oh! I tried to fire the holy water to hold him there so I could get by him, and it didn't work. All right. Well, we're going to go at this the best we can. The goal here now is to just get to stage 18. If you can get to stage 18... Oh, rats. Just flew... I had no chance there. If you can get to stage 18... you can continue from there. So if you die in stage 16 or 17 and have to continue, you'll continue again from stage 16, from this section that we're in right now. If you die at stage 18, the game allows you to continue from that spot. Okay. Oh, ooh, come on. Bounce me backwards. Okay, good. I just want to get through. I don't really care. I just want to see if I can sneak my way through. All right, get the clock. That's going to give you a little extra time if you need it. And you can use it right here. Pin him right there, and then you can just walk through. So one more bat to get through, jump up, whip him, kind of freeze him there, and then you are in. Okay, cool. Made it to stage 17. We've got 3 lives left, and now we're just these final 3 screens basically before we can get to our encounter with Dracula. Okay, the next section without holy water is not going to be as easy for me, but we'll push through. So we've got our clock. We've got 1 use of it if we want it. Let's see if I can just dispatch of him without. Let's see. Come on, jump through. There's got to be a way. Get over here. There we go. Oh, no, not from on top. Oh, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Got to spam runs at this. Okay, 2 lives to live. Come on, Nate. You got this. The whole world's watching. Well, at least dozens of people have. Which, by the way, thank you very much for everyone that's watched these walkthroughs. I've really taken encouragement from the fact that you guys enjoy them and that you're commenting on them and stuff like that. It's been nice to talk to you guys about them. So, all right, up we go to the second staircase. 1 more of these lousy skeletons. Oh, man. Didn't need to take that risk. Okay, up we go. Now, as you saw, as I pushed to the left... Oh, no. Losing that holy water really stings here. All right, 1 life. Come on. We gotta get to the end. We gotta at least get to stage 18. And if we do that, then I think we're golden. Then I think we can... Then if we have to continue, so be it. Maybe we can finish it on our last life, but at least... Oh, come on. Get out of here. I'm on tilt now. I'm so tired of these guys. Just let me up the stairs. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Push him back. Oh, this is like a fencing routine. Okay, come on. Get... I'm so tired of this. There's no shot I make it to this. I'm gonna... Yeah. Ugh. All right. Last chance. The key really is just the patience and persistence, really, of trying to learn these patterns and find windows where you can attack these enemies, where you can attack those enemies and not have an extra risk. All right, I took a different approach. I just went right at him instead of waiting on that platform. It hasn't helped me yet, so we're just going. We're gonna send it here. Maybe that's the approach, is just go aggressively. I don't know. Oh, I got lucky taking out that bird there. There we go. Okay, hang on. We're going to make it down there. 1 hit, no problem. Down the stairs. Okay, in this section, you drop down and then immediately on the stairs. That way you can't get knocked off. Wait for the birds to pass. Up you go. Don't care. We're just getting on the stairs. Great. We made it. Don't care that I'm hurt. Going to just grab my whip. Going to get up these stairs. And there we have it. We are at stage 18. Even if we die now, we're going to continue from stage 18. And we don't have to go through that again. So hopefully this walkthrough has shown you at least where to go and how to do it efficiently. I did die a few times. I'm not a machine. I'm just a man. Once you get in here, Dracula is going to appear. He appears on the right side. The pattern for Dracula is that he's going to fire 3 fireballs at you. He fires them at the level you're at when he fires them. So what you want to do is be on the ground and then jump over them immediately. So you get to about a whip's distance away. You jump over the fireballs and you hit him in the head. Now he's going to appear randomly all across this stage. If you're moving when he appears, there are a few seconds. So you see there, he appeared right where I was. There are a few seconds that you have to move out of the way when he appears. So you want to be walking right as he appears, and you'll have enough time to get out of the way if you do that. Sometimes he doesn't appear on top of you, but sometimes he does, and when he does, he can hit you with a cheap shot. Oh, I jumped early. Well, like I said, we have unlimited continues, and it's going to let you continue right from where the Dracula fight occurs. So once you've reached this point, you get a really nice benefit from the creators of this game that says, we're not going to make you do that again. Like Ninja Gaiden, for example, you die at the boss and you have to go all the way back 3 stages. It is not fun to go through that one. This one, at least you get a save point right up near the boss. Okay, let's see if we can do this a little cleaner. Come on, we got to do it on this continue. Didn't even jump there. Not okay. I'm talking, and I'm not all right, I'm on tilt now. 2 quick hits. You only get 4 to deal with. I got to be cleaner than this. Come on. All I'm trying to do is whip Dracula's head off. Early. This is not a good run. It might not be in the cards on this one. I might have to take 1 more life. Whoa, barely got away from him there. Yeah. Went the wrong way. Not a good run. Come on. This is it. This has got to be it. Guys, I'll tell you this. If you haven't already, and you subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, if you like this video, and if you comment, you got this, I think we could make this run the run. Okay? I need to know it. I need to feel it from the community that we can finish this thing. And sometimes that's what we needed as kids, right? This is what we did. We had our friends over. We're like, you made it to Dracula. You got to do it. Come on. I need you for this. All right? Hey, 2 perfect ones so far. Good timing. About a whip's length away. All right, I got the rhythm. I got your timing now. There we go. Moving out of the way. Very good. Quiet the senses. Quiet the nerves. 6 down, 10 to go. There we go. Nice and clean. What do you got there? Huh? What do you say? Halfway done. Okay, we're in the back half now. Come on, we got this. I can definitely feel your presence through this video that you are willing me on to finish Dracula and finish this whole thing. Oh, barely got out of the way, but we got 3 hits left. Let's do this. 2 to go. Come on, Simon. You've got this. 1 more shot. Perfect. A flawless victory. You whipped his freaking head off. Well, what they don't tell you is he turns into another beast that you have to take care of. What you want to do for this section is fire holy water, jump and fire holy water to kind of freeze him where he is, and then continue jumping and whipping at his head. It takes a while. You have about 10 to 12 hearts that you're going to carry into this fight. That's okay. 1 shot is no problem. 10 to 12 hearts you're going to carry into this fight. Every time you hit him with that holy water, he's going to freeze in place, and you should have enough time to take care of him at that point. Now we've officially done it. Dracula and whatever beast he turns into are both vanquished. Simon has done it, and the vampire is put to rest at last. Enjoy the end of Castlevania. I really appreciate you guys willing me on there. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so. Drop a like on the video, leave a comment for us, and check us out. We're releasing these walkthroughs every Wednesday. I've loved doing them. I hope you love them too. Now enjoy the end of Castlevania.